So this is Leslie Lois Unfiltered. Hi. My screen's like, I'm like this big on my screen. And I'm joined by my good friend Holly. Hi, Holly.
Hello.
You actually, I was talking the other day about my circumstances with this whole quarantine thing. I
Hmm.
guess in some ways I have it pretty easy. In some ways, though, it's driving me nuts because I have to come up with things to do because I'm not working right now, though I want to be, and I don't have any kids. So it's much different for me. Well, whereas you are still working full time and you have two little kids because Lily is how old?
Lily is 6. I have a 6-year-old that's in kindergarten, and I have a 3-year-old Carson, who is trying to be potty trained right now. So it's mhm. He's
And the
pooped on
videos
my
you
stairs, and we've gone through so many outfits.
So how much fun has that been?
Oh, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Not only am I working full time, but I'm also, stay-at-home mom, I guess you could say, slash teacher. Um, but it's been an interesting break. Thus far, I have broke my phone. I have attempted to make masks because I figured, I'm home, I should do something.
Right.
Um, but I could not figure it out. So it looks like a hat. I sewed it wrong, completely wrong.
Do you have a sewing machine?
I borrowed my mom's.
Oh.
I think I broke it. But no, the kids are antsy, just like every
Yeah.
kid. They thank God I have 2 of them. I can't imagine just having one, because that actually would make it a little bit more difficult for me because then they would only want my attention, whereas having 2 kind of makes it easier.
Yeah.
Except there's always a bigger mess. So Carson went to the playground when I was on a Zoom call and took his bucket of sand and brought it back in the house. And the whole time I'm sitting on my Zoom call for work, and I'm like, "You're dead. You're dead. When I go off the Zoom call, you're dead," because I can't talk because it's on Zoom, and I'm just like, Lily, like trying to point and trying to not, make it seem so awkward.
Yeah.
But he came in and built a sandcastle in the middle of our kitchen.
Oh my gosh. And what are you saying? Was it yesterday you were on a conference call like with your big boss
Hmm.
and he found the faucet and started
Yeah,
spraying?
he since he's been potty trained, he has to have a little step stool. So he took the step stool from upstairs, brought it in the kitchen. I assumed he was washing his hands. He took the sprayer from the sink and started spraying it across the kitchen.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I know I'm
It
laughing
makes
about
life
this.
interesting. I mean, if anything, you just gotta look at the positives. Especially with so much that's going on right now. It
Is it hard for them to like not to or to understand why they can't go and hang out with their friends?
Yeah, especially since I live across the street from a park, they can't understand why they can't go to the park.
Yeah.
They can't understand why they can't see their friends, why they're not in school, um, why we go to the store for something. I make sure that they can't touch anything, and so it's a whole new way of life for them.
Yeah. Wow. Hopefully, I think kids probably are more adaptable than we are in some
I hope
ways.
so. I hope so
Except,
because I have been on Pinterest every day looking up stuff to do,
yeah.
and none of my stuff seems to match theirs ever.
You've come up with some creative things though with the kids, like you've played dress up and stuff, and
Yeah. Oh yeah, we play Hulk, we bake cookies, we bake brownies, everything that you could possibly imagine to try to do
yeah.
indoors and
Oh,
ride.
do they nap during the day, or are they kind of too old for that?
They're kind of too old for that. Carson probably should, but he won't. Um, yeah. I feel like I'm starting to count my quarantine days in wine bottles. So now I'm probably up to 6 wine bottles and a champagne bottle.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's why alcohol is flying off the shelves because
Probably.
people with kids that you can't take it because you can't get away from them really. I mean, they're with you all the time.
Yeah, they really are. They're like a little shadow.
Wow.
How are you doing though? What's your break
uh,
been like, or your, work from home?
I'm trying to maintain like some kind of routine during the week. Like I could easily like decide to be like, oh, I'm going to sleep in and do nothing today, but I'm lucky because there's still snowbirds here in my complex. And so every morning at 8 o'clock during the week, especially during the week, we get up, meet, and we'll go walking for at least a half hour. So that's how I start my morning off. And then I come back, take a shower, I'll have coffee. I have certain things I do. And then I try to make sure that I plan to either, like yesterday, I washed the floors and I vacuumed. So I make sure I have projects I have to do to try to keep me busy throughout the day. And then I'll start making dinner. Because
Yep.
then otherwise I feel guilty. And then on the weekends, I don't feel so bad about being lazier. But it's so funny because I talk to friends of mine that like don't get dressed. But they're working. So for, you know what I mean? So like, I think it's kind of a treat for them in a way to sit in their pajamas all day. Whereas I make sure I get dressed I haven't sat in my pajamas. If I do, I make sure it's the weekend.
Yeah.
Because my husband's working, he's working normally. So I feel bad that if I'm sitting home all day doing nothing while he's working all day.
And then he comes home and you're still in your pajamas sitting there
Exactly.
with a glass of wine.
Yeah.
All makes sense.
Yeah. So then I won't feel bad on the weekends about not necessarily doing much.
Oh, the other thing I did is I trained my cat to go to the bathroom outside.
Really?
I don't even know how, because I can't train my son to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
I'm ready to get back to work though. I'm ready.
I bet you are.
I've probably complained my whole life that I was like, oh, I really want to work from home. Why can't I just work from home? And now that I'm at home, I find that even when I'm working, you know, I notice like little things like, oh, let me just finish this load of laundry, or
Yep.
let me just dust these counters. And it seems to be always something, which makes it harder that I don't have a designated workspace in the house. You know, I don't have an office or anything.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little challenging.
Oh, yeah. I know. And plus, I think you're a social person too. Like I am. Like I don't think I could work from home on a regular basis. I want to get back to being with people.
No, the people at like McDonald's and fast food joints probably hate me because I'm just like, I see a person, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's human. Like, hi, how are you? What's your name? My name's Holly. I was like, I want to, you know, get a whole conversation in that 5 seconds that they're handing me my bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that today at Dunkin' Donuts. I was just like, hi. Someone talk to me.
What's going on? What's going on in your life?
Yeah. You need a mask? I got one for you.
I think that could work as a mask.
Well, it could, but here's the problem. It's inside out. I sewed the straps on the wrong side. So it makes like, now it looks like it's just, you know, like a hat. I didn't read the directions. I just thought I could do it. And
yeah.
I mean,
it's so tempted to do it.
Yeah, I
made ones with like hair ties from handkerchiefs.
Yeah, I'll probably have to stick with that.
But then my neighbor made me one, so that was nice of her. She knows what she's doing.
Does she want to make me one?
I'm sure she could if I ask her. I try to help out, like if I go to the grocery store or something, like, and we have a group text with the neighbors, and I'll be like, I'm running to Fry. Does anyone need anything?
That's such a great idea.
Yeah, and other people do the same thing. Hey, I'm going here. Do you guys need anything?
I love that idea because there's so many times where it's just something so minuscule.
Yeah.
Like I'm out of sugar, and I'm like, okay, well, I like to have a little coffee in the morning, and I need a little sugar, but do I really want to go out, drag my kids with me just for sugar?
Yeah. I'll have to make sure I text you when I go to the store next time and be like, you need anything?
Yeah, you can start your own little Uber service.
There you go. I like it. Cool. Well, I'll let you get back to work, but thanks for joining me on my Unfiltered.
Yeah, thanks. It's been sweet. Let's do a happy hour next time.
Oh yes, I know we're due for one.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. See ya.
I'll talk to you on the next Leslie Lois Unfiltered. Bye.
Bye.